Good day everyone, it is Caitlin and today we are making mid-19th century toddler drawers. Hello and welcome. Are y'all ready for another white cotton project? Because I'm not. We've been doing so much in white cotton lately. But this is our very last video of 19th century children's underwear or infants underwear. And we're going to be making drawers today. So yes, little tiny baby drawers. I hate drawers, however I'm feeling like they're necessary for a young toddler. So my reasoning behind this, as I find my, nope, this is fine, I found the edge already. But the reason behind this is, when I look through photographic evidence, I see some toddlers wearing drawers and some obviously not. So it seems to be personal preference. Now with a diapered child, I feel like the diaper plus the pilcher is going to be plenty of coverage, and I don't want to have to deal with something else on top of that, like drawers. Once the child is potty trained, however, toddlers are fairly notorious for not being very stable and also being very active, so I feel like a child who's going to fall down. Underwear is not a thing in this period, and I would rather my child not expose themselves to the world. And to somewhat protect their privacy, I feel like drawers are going to be needed at that point. So potty training can happen as early as a year. It can be a couple of years. I worked in my church's nursery for 12 years. No, I started when I was 12. It was like 16 years I worked in my church's nursery, exclusively with 1-year-olds. So some of those kids are potty trained, some of them weren't. I worked with potty training kids, and so it was just, I know somewhere around that 2-ish year range, potty training is likely going to happen. 18 months to 12 months. 18 months to 24 months, a little bit later, maybe a little earlier. Somewhere in that range. So we're just going to make some drawers. I'm only making clothes to fit up to 2 years old right now. So we're just going to make a pair of 2-year-old drawers. Actually, we're going to make 2 pairs. I got this pattern from Godey's Lady's book. I believe it's 1858. Had a pair of child's drawers, and I just looked up the inseam of a 12-month-old child. Actually, there's a lovely woman who did all sorts of measurements for all 3 of her kids, and so I just took the average measurement of all 3 kids. And then I did that by 0.75, because drawers don't go down to where pant legs go. And I came up with roughly 9.5 inches. So I took my computer program and worked some magic, and I got drawers that basically I think should fit. Yeah, that's okay. We're not going to quite fit it that way. I was really hoping. Oh well. That's okay. We'll do it this way. I think I put my pattern together. I couldn't find my tape, so here we are. I am going to add a little bit of... Here we go. Alright, that should work. Let's try this. And we've got 2 pair just because, you know, one to wear plus a spare. Now I can cut, because it's only 2 pairs, cut this again. And basically they fit, I'll show you when I get all the pairs done. I'm going to just use this for the waistband. I'm just going to cut the selvage off first. Okay, we're going to make probably a 3-inch waistband. couple of them because these are only 15 inches long. I'm going to need them at least 21. So 3 of them should work. That should be enough. I think the first step, as I do have some little white work we're going to put on the hem, I think we're going to go ahead and finish the hem first thing. Alright, first things first, we're going to stitch this little eyelet edging, on the edge. I am sewing a little bit offset so I don't have to trim anything when I go to felt the seam. Once that's ironed over, we can fell it. Alright, so now I have a finished seam, so that's what it looks like from the front and from the back. Alright, now I'm going to take a drawers leg. This is right sides together, and we're going to sew up the pant leg. And iron this so that we can fell it. Now this can be a little finicky because of how small all these parts are. Okay, now I'm going to take 2 pieces of drawers. So pointy side, which by the way the pattern is wrong, so this pointy side should have been on this side, but we're gonna work with it. It's gonna be fine. But we're gonna sew all the way down the crotch because children's drawers are not open crotch; they are closed crotch. I'm going to fill that seam as well. So I slit down the sides of the drawers. Again, it was late last night and I realized that this pattern was, the top part was on backwards, so it should have been opposite from how the bottom was. Didn't feel like recutting them, although I could have, so I just cut it straight across, and I think they're still going to fit regardless. But there is a slit in the side because these are side opening drawers, which makes sense because kids can't necessarily reach behind them to undo drawers to then go potty. So side opening drawers make a lot of sense. And of course we just need to finish that little slit that I made. I was also racking my brain on how am I going to make these things adjustable. And I think I figured it out. So in men's drawers, they have a little slit in the back, and it ties, and they can, tie it shut, or they can open it depending on whether they need the space back there. So I've not seen it on children's drawers, but it's a purely plausible thing because it's on other garments. It's on other drawers, just not children's drawers. But I made a little slit back there, and I'll put a tie back there so I can tie it or tie it further back, kind of make it fit the kids as needed. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of gathering. There's not going to be much with this, but just a little bit of gathering to attach a waistband. Alright, so I have the waistband pinned. I have an extra inch on either side of the front because I want to do 2 buttonholes. I want to do one here and one here. That way as the kid grows I can change buttonholes and still use the same garment. And I am not doing the extra inch and the 2 buttonholes on the back because I have the ties in the back with that little opening that we did. I'm going to pin this, and then we have some buttonholes, some ties, and some waistbands to finish. Alright, so whipping down this waistband. This is one of the back ones. I just cut 10-inch ties. I feel like most of the ties we've been cutting for this underwear has been 10 inches. So I was like, oh, I guess we'll just keep doing that then. Alright, so there's that one. Do need to cut a buttonhole. Right, yes. Okay. And I'm going to add a second set of buttons on the stays, just on the sides, to attach these. You could put them on the same button. I know we talked about that last week, but then I really started to think about it. I was like, well, if you put the drawers on, then put the petticoats on, because petticoats have to come after the drawers, then how's the kid going to get the drawers off to go potty? They'd have to take off all their petticoats. And with 2-year-olds, they're all, it's they don't need to go, they don't need to go, they don't need to go. All of a sudden, it's an emergency. And so I figured getting, underwear off as quickly as possible would be the best thing. Then I looked back some originals, and I saw a couple with 2 buttons on either side. And I was like, oh, well, now I know what that's for. But I'll keep doing this buttonhole. On the other side, I gotta do the exact same thing. Do the waistband, add the ties, do the buttonhole. And on the front, it's just 2 buttonholes on either side after I do the waistband. But this is our last step of having these drawers. Alright, so here's our drawers. I just brought the stays over. I may have to get a stain on the fronts of one of them, but I'm sure it'll wash out. I also got a pretty big blood stain doing on one of the buttonholes, and maybe on the same pair of drawers. Yep, right there. I used saliva. It came out mostly, but there were so many layers in there, I couldn't get the saliva through all of them. So, yeah. That'll just be there. It's fine. Those are our little drawers. Yeah. If I ever make it the pattern again, I'm going to switch the top to where, it kind of goes swishy like that, because it was going up here and that didn't make any sense. So those are the little drawers, but I did sew the other buttons on the stays. So how I'm thinking this would go is, well, you would tie this. Something like that. And I might as well go ahead and tie these. Okay. And would put it on like this, so the back would stay on, essentially. So then with like that, you put the kid in it, and this can kind of fold over. It can either be on this one or on this one. And then little boys is going to be really easy. All they have to do is undo these first buttons and then go pee. Anything sitting down is going to have to take the whole drawers off. But again, it's for modesty, so this is all covered. But isn't that just adorable? I mean, I hate drawers, but it doesn't mean they're not cute. And they're going to be about mid-calf length, which I think is good. Mid-calf to maybe a little. Of course, it depends on the kid's height, but just about mid-calf length, which I think is a good thing. But those are our adjustable little drawers. They are super cute. And there's that from the back. So, lots and lots of ties, as I've stated. And we get to move on with our lives and not to 19th century baby underwear anymore. And we're going to kind of do a review next week. I have to mark them all, put all the sizes in them, all that. And then prep them for storage. So that'll all happen next week. But then after that, we're starting 20th century stuff. So the hope is that we're moving soon, and I need to have projects that are super simple and super easy to put together and very quick to put together. So I have content for y'all, and get some projects out of the way, but that don't take up a lot of time so that I have time to do them before moving. My goal is to get all the... I know with my schedule I can get everything done at least till November, or till the end of November, done before we move. The question is, can I get everything for the year done, which would be super nice, because then we'll just start the whole new year in a whole new space and do a whole lot of new things, because things are really going to change on the channel next year. I've had it all mapped out, so I just need good, easy content that'll also get a lot of my projects that I need to get done anyway, just off the table. So unfortunately, no 19th century baby dresses yet. We will work on those once I get all the 20th century stuff done. With all that being said, that's the very last of our 19th century baby under things. It's been quite the adventure, and I'm so glad that they're done. I'm excited to get them out and film next week's video and see everything that we've done in one place. I think that's going to be quite the thing to look at. But thank you so much for joining me today as we made our mid-19th century baby drawers. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Click that little bell notification so you're notified anytime I upload a new video. And as always, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you back here in the next video.